Nearly 4,000 years ago, a Babylonian king, Hammurabi, carved 282 laws onto a massive 2-meter, 7-foot tall black stone pillar for all his people to see. We all know its most famous line, an eye for an eye, but that famous phrase isn't the real story. This story begins in Mesopotamia around 1750 BCE. King Hammurabi of Babylon has just conquered a vast empire. But now he has a problem: how to control a diverse group of people who all speak different languages and have different customs. Before this, justice was often just the local governor's opinion or the king's random whim. If you wronged someone, your punishment was whatever the man in charge decided that day. So what made Hammurabi's code so revolutionary? The revolution wasn't the eye for an eye part, it was the fact that the laws were written down and displayed publicly. Hammurabi's code wasn't the first. Earlier law codes, like the Code of Hammurabi, existed, but it was the most complete and best preserved. This massive stone pillar was erected for public display in Babylon. Of course, most people couldn't read the complex cuneiform script, but scribes and officials could. For the first time on this scale, justice was no longer a complete secret. It was a written, permanent contract and a crucial step toward the rule of law. But here's the twist on the twist. That famous eye for an eye law was brutally unequal. The code was revolutionary for being public, but it wasn't fair. Babylonian society was rigidly divided into 3 classes: nobles, commoners, and slaves. And the law applied to them differently. Law 196 said, if a nobleman blinds the eye of another nobleman, his eye shall be blinded. That's an eye for an eye. But Law 198 said, if he blinds the eye of a commoner, he shall pay 1 mina of silver. The law protected the powerful, not the equal. The code covered everything from property disputes and trade to family law and even building codes. It famously said that if a builder built a house that collapsed and killed the owner, the builder himself was to be put to death. While harsh and unequal by our standards, it was the first time a society tried to base itself on a known, consistent system of justice. The Code of Hammurabi is one of the most important documents in human history, not because it was just, it clearly wasn't, but because it was a crucial step toward predictable justice. The code didn't bind the king himself, he remained above it, but it did establish that his subjects would be governed by consistent written rules. It was a foundation that later societies would build upon, eventually leading to the idea that even rulers should be bound by law.